I completely give up on sleeping. I'm done. I completely give up. I sleep right here. He sleeps right here. Somehow in the middle of the night, he moves all the way over to my side. Literally. I got up because he was laying right there. You might see that I have a little bit of a dip in my bed right there. It's because in all that space that I have for a bed, I get shoved all the way over to the corner. All the way over to the corner. How does that happen? Well, there's the side of Runyon Canyon, guys. You know it very well. We're up there 2 or 3 times a week. And today our story is focused right on that section right there. Because there's a fascinating history to Runyon Canyon that a lot of people that hike there every day don't know. Is that, you know how I park over here in the Outpost Estates? Well, the Outpost Estates, when it was first created in 1927, it was kind of a rival to the Hollywoodland Estates. They were trying to make it as desirable, as sought after as the Hollywoodland Estates. So the developers also added an outpost sign that used to reside right there. Now, whereas the Hollywood sign was a 50-foot tall wooden sign that had one light below it that lit it up a little bit at night, this was a historic masterpiece at the time because this was 30 feet high on top of some bracing, spelling out Outpost in red metal, and at the time it was the largest neon sign of its day. So we're going to take a hike up there and we're going to look at the remnants. All those times that we've hiked up there and you've seen all that weird metal up there during the music portions of the hike, we're going to explore what that's all about today. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. Interesting. So that's how it happens. There's so many vlogs I'm going to be able to get out of going to Runyon Canyon, to be honest with you, but this was the one that I was just like, I don't think a lot of people know this one at all. And it's really fascinating to me. Especially because, like I said, I've hiked up there for years. And even I didn't know what it was. And wow. You guys are kind of along for the ride, because all those times I've told you, one of the most fun things about vlogging is all the places that you walk by every day and you don't know what they are, or you don't know a specific history behind them. And then when you find it out, the revelation, the feeling is just awesome. And you guys have been coming up here hiking with me all these days. So now you finally get to hear the story. What do you say, guys? You got a hike in you today? You think you can handle that today? Yes, you can. Come on, we're gonna do it anyway. Let's go. So here we are. Right up here is where the old outpost sign used to stand. And there's a big red 30 to 40 foot high sign that were on bracings that spelled out Outpost that you could actually see all the way from downtown. And Bob Barker even said that when him and his wife first moved to Hollywood, they were parked at Hollywood and Western, looked up in the sky and saw the Outpost sign, and his wife said, "Barker, what have you gotten me into?" Now here's what's crazy. All of a sudden the sign just disappeared one day, and nobody's really questioned it. And it immediately made me think, well, what happened to it? And then I started to remember all this metal up here. And what happened was, in World War II, they were afraid that this big neon sign would attract bombers, so they actually came up here, dismantled it, and just tipped it over. So if you walk through this brush over here, and that's why I'm wearing my sweats today, right here you can see this is part of the sign. Look at that. That's the O. Can you guys see that? Right here? The signs are still here. They literally just, here's more of it. They literally just undid all the brackets and pushed over the signs, and they've been sitting up here rusting away for years. And all along this trail. So as you go up here, you can see there's more of the sign right through here. Here's more of the bracketing. And that's what these big cinder bricks and everything are. I don't know why they've never removed them, but yeah, literally the sign is just hanging out back here. So come check this out. See these cement pillars here? That's what they would have been bracketed into. They're all over up here. Here's more of the sign. Here's more of the bracketing. Look right there. So all over the side of this hill, all those sign pieces are resting. So if you have a big pickup truck and you ever want a piece of Hollywood history, see, here's the Outpost Estates. And more bracketing. Look at that. Look at that. You can even see they literally just pushed it from here over like that. See the way that bracketing's all set up like that? How nuts is that? People walk up here every day. I guarantee they have no idea. Look at that. That's all the Outpost sign. And more helicopters. Now, one of the things that you notice about a lot of the Outpost Estates was that a lot of the roofs, especially the original houses, they're all red tiled roofs, and that was a stipulation for living there. They had like 10 pages worth of codes that you had to live up to buy a house or to build a house there. And to their testament, this is the only neighborhood that has never had a house destroyed in a natural disaster because of that. And how fitting. From here you can see the Hollywood sign. It's pretty hazy today, so it's a little harder to see, but that's how close these two signs were. One still lives. And isn't that crazy to think a 50-foot wooden sign was saved, and then this, they just literally just dismantled and pushed it over. Look, here's part of the S right here. I just find that so amazing, so crazy that they didn't try and, you know, I guess I understand the World War II thing, the kind of the bombing threat, but they could have replaced it with something. And I know there's got to be somebody out there wondering why this isn't like a historical monument or whatever. It's because it's not standing. If it were still standing, they could try and get it made a historical monument, but because they unbolted it and tipped it over, which would have, I guess, been in the late 30s, so it was standing for about 10 years, they can't make it a historical monument. But you and I will know, my friends, you and I will know the history of the Outpost sign. And I found a handful, 5, 6, 7 different photos where you could see the Outpost sign in the background, so I'll add these to the vlog. And we'll check out more of the sign on our way down. Just imagine under all this dirt laid all those letters. Just, that's also kind of the beauty of them using metal, is that it's never gonna disintegrate or anything. Not in any of our lifetimes. Whereas the wood from the Hollywood sign, if you've ever seen pictures of that when it was becoming dilapidated, it was just falling off like shingles, falling onto the ground, rotting away. And Bob Barker actually said it was because of that moment on Hollywood and Western. That's why he and his wife got a place in Outpost. They lived there still do live there. And it's actually the most historic property in the whole community. It's another reason I want to interview him, have him tell us about it. And it's actually right here is where the Outpost sign is now laying in pieces. If you ever make it to the top of here and you want to see where it was yourself, that's how you find it, my friends. Let's head back down. If you're wondering how I stumbled upon this little nugget of Hollywood history, it was actually, I was looking at a picture, an early picture of Grauman's Chinese Theater, and when I was looking at it, I noticed up in the corner it said Outpost, and I was like, wonder where that is. And I started to figure out that that had to be basically the Runyon Canyons behind it. And then I started thinking about it, and I started looking up Outpost sign, and boom, first thing that popped up was remnants of the Outpost sign still remain. And that was it. I was like, oh yeah, I've got to do this. I have to go up there. Now that I know what it is, I got to see. I'd always seen the bracketing, but I had never noticed the because of how much stuff's grown up over there, I'd never actually noticed the letters. And from here, the bracketing that we first saw, that O, is right here. See that? See that part of the sign in there? How awesome is that? I wish I could steal a piece of that somehow. Look, there's some of the neon signing right here. Sorry about my shadow, guys, but alright guys, we're almost at the end here. It's weird because I stopped a vlog in the middle of the hike. I almost feel like I didn't do anything at all. Or maybe the hike's just getting too easy for me these days. May have to start doing it twice a day or twice in a row. think that's an idea. I can't come tomorrow because I have a doctor's appointment for, they're gonna tell me what time I'm doing my surgery and give me all my other test results and all that stuff, but I think next time I come I'm gonna do this hike twice in a row. I could probably do it today, but I don't want to because I gotta pee real bad. That's the only downside to this place, is this is the only place that I go hiking that has no bathrooms. I mean, no man-made bathrooms. Done. And now I came back to right where we started. And now you guys know, now we all know what used to be there. Isn't history awesome? Awesome, I just got my mail and I got a postcard from my friend and fellow YouTuber Craig the Scottish guy from his trip to Edinburgh. Dude, thank you so much, Craig. That is so cool. I love stuff like that. More signs. Signs, signs everywhere, signs. Excuse the dirt on my windshield. Just pretend it's a 1970s movie or something. Of course, you know we're going to the dog park. He found a friend already. We haven't been here in a while. Even at the park, I'm telling you, we are under top surveillance now. These dogs don't care. What are you doing? I don't know if I'm going to be going to vlog that. That's a bit creepy even for me. World Body Exhibit. Hey, I wanted to give a big shout out. Just as I was going to sleep last night, I got an alert from YouTube letting me know that somebody had posted a new video that I follow. And that person was Daryl Turcotte. And what he posted, he lives in Michigan. He drove all the way down with his son to Ohio and went to my hometown and made a vlog going through Troy, Ohio. And it was all like, he did it because of me, and that was so flattering. It was so cool. And if you're interested in seeing where I used to rollerblade and where I used to work, he drives past it all. He drives past the subway where I used to rollerblade all the time in that shopping plaza, the Trojan Village shopping plaza. Then he goes downtown to our kind of square roundabout, and that's where I worked at the music store, where I worked at the restaurant with my sister. That's where I read Great Balls of Fire. I checked out the book at the library he drives by, and I walked around town reading it. So cool, like, wow, that was so cool. That what a weird world we live in, that somebody can get to know you through YouTube and then make a video of like your old stomping grounds. Thank you, Daryl, that was so cool. One of the tricks to losing weight for me, being somebody who loves sweets, is I buy protein bars. Whenever I want like a candy bar or any kind of sugar, I get a protein bar. Always try and buy 15 grams or above. Like I told you guys the other day, for some reason recently, the last couple times, maybe 4 or 5 times that we've come out here for walks, he acts like he wants to come out for a walk and then he just lays in the grass, hangs out. And he does it pretty much always in front of these shopping centers. He likes to watch the people walk by and the cars drive by. I don't get it. He's like an old man sitting on a chair on the porch.